What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast and this is the Battle of Spice Great League Edition. Each time I host this competition, you guys raise the spice levels higher and higher, and this time it has reached a whole new level. I genuinely couldn't narrow it down to just the top 10 battles, so I've selected 5 bonus battles, making it a total of 15 insanely spicy battles in this video. As usual, later today the polls will go up where you can vote for your favourite team/battle. It'll be split into 3 polls with 5 teams in each. I'll take the results after 24 hours and the winners from each poll will go through to a final poll where we will be able to crown a new champion of Spice. The champion will then have the opportunity to submit more battles, either with the same team or using a different team. Before we get into the battles, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that entered the competition, and even though I've included 5 extra battles this time around, there were still some crazy spicy teams that barely didn't make it into the video. If your team is one of them, don't be too disheartened, as this is the most stacked Battle of Spice we've ever had. Now with that being said, let's get into the question of the day. What's the craziest XL Pokemon you've ever run into in the Go Battle League? This can be for the Grey, Ultra or the Master League, I don't mind. Just let me know in the comment section below, and with that being said, let's get into the battles now. Alright, so going into the first battle here, we have a Shadow Hariyama in the lead up against an Altaria. Very bad matchup. Gonna say swap into the Shadow Magnezone. The opponent swaps out eventually into a Trevenant. We have a significant energy advantage here, so hopefully we can get a shield advantage, and we're able to do exactly that and able to land a Wild Charge that does big damage, but the Trevenant is going to be able to fully farm us down. At this point, I don't think there's much play for the Hariyama, so this trainer is going to fully sacrifice it here, and I think that is the best play, and just put both shields into the shiny Shadow Mawile in the back and hope it can sweep. We take out the Trevenant there. What are they going to come in with? They come in with a Shadow Victory Bell. This is great. We are resisting the Razor Leaf damage, but it's still doing huge damage to us here. They go for a Leaf Blade. We've got the back-to-back Iron Heads. We lose the CMP type. We get off the first one, get the final shield. Is an Iron Head going to be enough to take out this Victory Bell? Yes it is, and now can we get to the Play Rough up against the Altaria? We triple resist the Dragon Breaths. They go for a charge move, not gonna matter, we still have the shield, and we get to the Play Rough. Is this enough to take out the Altaria? It absolutely is enough, and we're able to take that game. Into next game, we've got a shiny Luxray in the lead, and we are running Psychic Fangs and Hyper Beam here. We're actually going to swap here, and we're able to catch the Frenzy Plant onto a Galarian Zapdos. Incredibly rare Pokemon. I am extremely jealous of this trainer. The opponent responds with a Alolan Marowak. They go for the Bone Club. We resist it as we have that sub flying typing. We go for an Ancient Power. Super effective damage. Doesn't take them out, but we're able to barely get to a second Ancient Power. An Ancient Power will grab the first shield from this opponent. We now come in to a Lick Gengar. That is extremely unique here. We're going to be able to fully Lick farm them down, and you'll see the charge moves. We're actually running a triple Legacy Gengar, and we're running Sludge Wave as a surprise nuke move. Is this Azumarill? Gonna expect it. No, we one-shot the Azu, and the opponent just concedes the match there. That was absolutely ridiculous. Into the next game, we've got a Shadow Nidoqueen in the lead. Not very common anymore, and we're actually not even running Poison Fang. We're running double nukes. We get a shield with the Stone Edge, safe swap into the Shadow Latios here. We will have to shield a Shadow Ball. That would have taken us out. We're going to go for the farm down, but we realise we're barely not going to get there, so we go for a Dragon Claw. The opponent shields it up and gets off their charge move, expecting them to be very weak to Latios, so we come in with the Latias, hoping we can fully take out this team, and they've got a Medicham, so we're going to shield once, fully farm them down, and we have a Thunder to throw into this Pelipper, and this is going to one-shot the Pelipper and take that game. Into the next game, we've got a Shadow Gallade in the lead with a double Porygon back line. Typically, a fighting type up against Azumarill is not great, but we do have that Leaf Blade to hit for big and spammy, super effective damage here. We're going to go for 2 Confusions and then go for the Leaf Blade. That is the great timing there. We get the shield, and we're able to get off a second Leaf Blade before they get to another charge move, and the opponent lets it go through. We win the lead matchup here. we're going to bank a Leaf Blade and then swap into the Porygon 2. I really like that play. Obviously, Leaf Blade is double resisted against Altaria, and hopefully it can be put to better use up against whatever Pokemon they've got in the back. We go for a Tri-Attack, we get a shield from this Altaria here, and unfortunately we're not able to get to another Tri-Attack, so we will shield a Sky Attack here, and we're going to try and commit to the Zap Cannon, realise we're not going to get there, so we go for the Tri-Attack, and it does big damage and lowers their attack and defense by another stage, which is great. Hopefully we will be able to fully lock on Farman down with Porygon Z, and we'll see they've got a Skarmory in the back. Unfortunately not running Zap Cannon on the Porygon Z, but Blizzard will still do massive damage here, and we swap and we perfectly catch the Sky Attack onto this Gallade here, and now we should be able to easily get to a Tri-Attack, but we're gonna commit to the Blizzard anyway and fully no bubble the Blizzard, and Blizzard still takes out the Skarmory, and we take that game. Into the next game here, we have a much wider screen as this battle was carried out on a tablet, but a great lead here. We are running a triple XL, triple level 50 team, and we've got a Magnemite up against the Charizard. We one-shot them with the discharge there. They come back in with the Obstagoon. They allow us to get to a Magnet Bomb, and it looks like they will let this go through and fully farm us down, which is not so bad. Ledion is a very, very bulky Pokemon here, and we should tank anything very comfortably. Oh my gosh, they go for a Hyper Beam. That does big damage, but we do still tank it. They've got a Venusaur in the back, so we're going to go for a Silver Wind. This should grab a shield or get them reasonably low. We do get the shield here, and they have to go for a Sludge Bomb because Frenzy Plant still won't be enough to take us out. We do live it, and we come in with a Cubchoo. This is a level 50 or level 51 best buddy boosted Cubchoo, only 1200 CP. We get to an Icy Wind here, and this will be grabbing the final shield from this Venusaur, and the opponent is actually just going to concede the match, which is absolutely ridiculous. But into the next game here, we have a Shadow Hitmonlee in the lead here up against a Swampert. Not the best matchup here, but we kind of need it in the lead because both Pokemon in the back do very, very poorly up against the Swampert, but we're going to go for a Stone Edge here, and we one-shot a knocked out. Oh my gosh, that was insane. And now we can come in with the Lair on, absolutely wall this Pidgeot here, and that is really good for us here. Feather Dance gonna lower our attack by 2 stages, but it doesn't do any significant damage, and that Rock Slide now puts them into farm down range, which is really, really great for this Lairon. They're going to go for the Feather Dance once again, fully lower our attack, but we still have a potential return to throw into this Shadow Swampert here. Can we land it? No, unfortunately, it does get shielded. So now we're going to swap into our Sandslash here, and we're actually going to fully sacrifice it. Hydro Cannon one-shots the Sandslash there. We come back in with the Hitmonlee. Shield up the Hydro Cannon here. Gonna go for a close combat just before they reach the next Hydro Cannon. This is gonna be so close here. We get the final shield. They go for the charge move. Hydro Cannon takes us out. Can we get the farm down? They're dealing double super effective mud shots, but we still farm them down with resisted Metal Claws. That was ridiculous. Into the next game here, we've got a triple Hyper Beam theme team, but the catch here is that this trainer is only going to throw Hyper Beam, so that is extremely difficult here. Are they going to be able to pull this off? We're going to shield up the next charge move here, and the opponent baits us with a Mud Bomb. They swap into Togekiss. We get to the Hyper Beam. There's no way they shield this, and we one-shot the Togekiss. That was ridiculous. Although this Stunfisk still is going to be a bit tricky to deal with. We're going to let it go through. They bait us with another Mud Bomb, and we're able to fully Dragon Tail farm them down. They've got a Politoed in the back, and hopefully they are running Weather Ball and Blizzard, because that would mean that all moves are resisted from both the Milotic and on the Wailord here. We're going to just let this move go through, I believe, and it is just a Weather Ball, so good call there. Gonna let the next move go through as well. Another Weather Ball. Now we're gonna swap into the Wailord and catch the next Weather Ball. Absolutely perfect plays by this trainer, and at this point I don't think we're gonna be able to land another Hyper Beam here, so it's gonna be all up to fast move pressure alone. They're gonna go for a Blizzard, so the perfect shield usage, and we're able to make the opponent concede the match and take that game. Into the next game here, we've got another Porygon 2 and Shadow Gallade core, this time with a Shadow Tyranitar in the lead, and up against a Powder Snow, a load of Ninetales. That's pretty good for us. They safe swap into a Razor Leaf Ludicolo. We don't really have the best response to a Razor Leaf user here, so we go for a tri-attack, get the shield, get the attack and defense drop here, and fully commit to the Zap Cannon. Can we land it? No, we cannot. Unfortunately, they do shield it up, but we should be able to come in with the Shadow Gallade, and after the attack and defense drop, this should be a comfortable farm down. We shield up the Ice Beam here. All shields are now down. We're going to see what they come in with next. And the opponent comes back in with the Alola Ninetales. We know we can overfarm by 1 Confusion there, go for the Leaf Blade, take out the Ninetales, and they come in with a Diggersby. We get to the close combat. How much damage does this do? And it one-shots the Diggersby, and we take that game. Unfortunately, cut a bit short there, but that was just how it was sent to me. But into the next game here, we lead with a Salazzle into an Alola Ninetales, the perfect lead. They safe swap into an Obstagoon. We're going to come in with, I don't even remember what this thing is called. Aquilodin, the middle stage evolution of the Chespin evolution line there. I've never seen this Pokemon used in the Go Battle League, but that is a very spicy pick. They're going to go for a Night Slash here, and they did get a boost there, which is unfortunate. We're now going to be forced to throw the Energy Ball, and Energy Ball does take out the Obstagoon here. And now we do maintain alignment. We still have a shield advantage, and we can come in with a Shadow Shelgon. I've not seen a Shadow Shelgon before. That is a crazy spicy Pokemon as well. And we are just running Twister here. Twister, pretty awful move. 45 energy, 45 damage, but it still gets this Lantern extremely low. And at this point, I think we do let this move go through. Surf actually doesn't take us out. We get the full farm down, and at this point, that's going to be game over. We can go for the Poison Fang. This will lower defense of the Alola Ninetales, and we're going to be able to fully incinerate, farm them down. The opponent recognizes that and concedes the match. Now into the next game, we've got a level 50 Smeargle up against a Drapion. Now that is insane. Smeargle doesn't even make it to 500 CP. We're going to go for a tri-attack here. We are running Lock On and tri-attack. We get the attack and defense drop here, and that will mean that we comfortably survive the next Aqua Tail here and get to another tri-attack. And at this point, obviously not going to get a shield, but we do lower the attack and defense once again, and now we swap into our Salazzle here. That's an interesting play, and we're going to shield the Aqua Tail. Not sure about that, although this Drapion is absolutely loaded, so we probably would have had to shield one of them anyway. We're able to get the farm down thanks to the defense drop. They come in with Galvantula. We go for a Poison Fang. Poison Fang lowers their defense. We should have gone for another Poison Fang, but we overfarm, allowing them to get to the charge move here. Now we shield the lunge here, go for another Poison Fang, and this Volt Switch will be taking us out. The opponent does shield it up. We've only got our Shadow Hypno remaining. We've lowered their defense 2 times. We swap and we catch the lunge onto our Smeargle with about 2 HP remaining. Perfect play there, and now it's up to Shadow Hypno. Can we take out this Abomasnow? We're not running Fire Punch, but Shadow Ball is still going to do absolutely huge damage here. And can we get a full Confusion farm down or make it to a Thunder Punch before they beat us to the next Weather Ball? It's going to be tight, but we barely get the Confusion farm down, and we take that game. Into the next game here, we've got a Charizard birthday party theme team with Charim meant to be representing a cherry on top of an ice cream in Vanillux, and of course we've got the party hat Charizard here, who unfortunately was enjoying his birthday party, but all hell broke loose here as they came under attack from an Altaria. Now the opponent tries to catch the Dragon Claw there, but this trainer holds onto the energy perfectly, goes for a Blast Burn. We've got the back-to-back loaded, and so this Blast Burn will connect, and it takes out the Sableye, which is perfect. We can now align our Ice Cream with this Altaria, fully farm them down, and we should be in a much better position. They go for a Moonblast, it doesn't take us out. We get the full farm down, instantly swap into the Cherrim here, and unfortunately it's a Registeel in the back, and this is not ideal. We're actually going to let the move go through. The opponent goes for the Zap Cannon, gets the attack drop, but it is resisted from the grass typing, so we do live it quite comfortably. We go for a resisted solar beam. We've only got resisted nuke charge moves to throw, but it still does some decent damage there. They now go for the focus blast here. We're going to overfarm, go for another solar beam here, and we might need to make a catch if we want to win this game. Solar beam, big damage. We swap out. They're forced to throw their energy because we get to a signal beam otherwise. Focus blast takes us out. Can we get to the next charge move in time? Yes, we can. We get to a dazzling gleam, non-stab, resisted move, but it still takes out the Registeel, and we take that game. Into the next game here, we've got a triple shiny theme team here, but very interestingly, we've got a shiny XL rockruff in the back, which I've never seen before. It only goes to 1000 CP, so I can't imagine it's too strong, but this trainer is still going to be able to pull off an insane win here. So we're now going to go for the back-to-back wild charges. Wild charge gets the Registeel extremely low. Second one will be enough to take them out if they let it go through, which they do. And now they're going to come in with a Talonflame. We safe swap into a Litleo. They counter with a Jellicent, and luckily for us, the only real damage they can deal is Bubble Beam and Bubbles, which aren't going to add up that much. We can now get to a Crunch. Crunch will be taking this Jellicent very low, and now we've got them into the red health here. They are able to fully farm us down, but that is perfectly fine. We come in with the Alolan Raichu. We don't get the Volt Switch through for some reason. That might be costly here, as that would have taken them extremely low. Now they get to another Bubble Beam here. Hopefully we can farm them down before they get to a final Bubble Beam. And we are able to. That is perfect. And now these Rock Throws absolutely chunking this Talonflame, even with an attack drop. But we go for the Flame Charge here, shield it up, and we're able to fully farm down a Talonflame and beat this opponent with a 1000 CP Rockruff. That was insane. Into the next game, we've got a triple horse theme team. Of course, Zeb Striker is a zebra, but it's closely related to a horse. For some reason, we're staying in with an electric type up against a ground type, but we're running Flame Charge. Does the opponent recognize this? No, they don't. We one-shot them, and they come in with an Alolan Exeggutor, so a very spicy team on the opponent's end as well. We go for the second Flame Charge, get a shield here, and they're able to fully farm us down. We come in with the Rapidash here, get an Incinerate through. We're actually going to call it's just a Seed Bomb. It is. We tank that very comfortably. Gonna go for a Flame Charge, but the opponent swaps into a Charizard, trying to catch the move. Very nice play there, but unfortunately we don't fall for it. We go for a Stomp, and Stomp does big damage to the Charizard here, and at this point we should be able to shield and farm them down. They go for the Fire Blast Nuke. It doesn't matter. We get the move through, and we're able to fully Ember farm down the Exeggutor and take that game. Into the next game, we've got a triple Shadow Dark theme team here, and we're leading into an Alolan Marowak, so a pretty good lead, although Bone Clubs will do super effective damage to 2 of our 3 Pokemon. We land the Crunch, it does massive damage. We shield a resisted Shadow Bone here, but the fact that they stay in means that perhaps we've got something strong for their backline. They come in with a Gust Pidgeot. This is a little bit tricky here. We're going to swap into a Charm Liepard. They're going to go for the Charge Move. We're going to call a Feather Dance, and it is a Feather Dance, so we can tank that comfortably. They come in with a Licky Tongue here, and they're going to be able to outpace us to the Charge Move. We're happy to let this Liepard go down. Come in with our Fire Fang Houndoom, and this is doing massive damage with the fast moves. Body Slam going to do big damage to the very squishy Shadow Fire Fang Houndoom, but we get to a Crunch, and Crunch does take out the Licky Tongue here. They come back in with the Pidgeot, and we're able to get the Fire Fang farm down and take that game. And now into the final battle here, we're leading with a Masquerain into a Vaporeon, so spicy teams all round for this final battle. We are going to let the first move go through. It's an Aqua Tail here. We're going to go for a Lunge, and this will lower the opponent's attack. Are they going to shield it? Yes, they are, and unfortunately we're not able to get to another Lunge, which is not great. But we have a great response here in the form of Shelgon. Gonna call a bait. It is just the Aqua Tail. They're able to get to another one, but we can safely let this go through. It's resisted and debuffed, and go for a full Dragon Breath farm down. They're gonna come in with a Ninetales, so it's likely that their team is very weak to the Dragon typing. So we go for a Dragon Pulse. It lands. It does massive damage, a lot more damage than the Twister we've seen already. Gonna be able to shield this, fully farm them down here, and hopefully get to another charge move into into an Ampharos. Unfortunately, we throw on alignment, they get a full Volt Switch through. Now we're going to swap into our Darmanitan here, and we are able to get the Incinerate through, so at this range, a Rock Slide or a Psychic is going to be enough to take out this Ampharos on the CMP tie, and we're able to take that game. So that's going to be it for today's video. Those were some insanely spicy battles. I certainly don't envy you guys who have to vote for your favourite battle, because I don't think I could. But if you did enjoy the video, then make sure you leave a like, leave a comment letting me know, and as well, don't forget to respond to the question of the day if you haven't done so already. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And with that being said, let's get into the shoutouts from my previous video. So firstly, we've got John Smith, who says, I'm liking Abomasnow. It shreds through the Swampert double flyer teams, and there are a ton of them out there since Zionic and Jonkus have made that line extremely popular, so Abomasnow certainly looks like a strong core breaker. Next we got No Bonfire Ahead, who says, love the Golurk. I've been using Como O, great against Vic, Basti, Swampert, Lantern, and has lots of neutral matchups like G-Fisk, Pelipper, Trev, and Medi. And finally we got Chaos288, who says, Galar Zapdos. So many teams have no answer to a flyer with counter, and that's completely understandable because Galar Zapdos is incredibly rare, but if you do happen to have it, then that certainly could be a very strong core breaker. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.